What strategy can I play with it? What legendaries am I going to get? And then you can just kind of like go into it with some kind of knowledge, whereas Take Two is very ambiguous.
Wow, look at all these people and their
Leaders.
special leaders. Yeah. Didn't have one for Shadowcraft, but
All right,
my
Iggy.
gosh.
Shadow over blood. That's interesting.
yeah, it's 4 poison net. Wow, I can't believe he actually picked that side.
Wow.
I was just kidding, but it's like that's where you're going.
All right, Iggy, talk to us.
Wait, he picked the Aisha, right? Or did he not?
I mean, we see 2 5-drops in there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's I think he picked left side for the first pick, right?
It looked like left pick,
Yeah.
but we've seen that be not correct sometimes.
Right, because we saw the 2 5-drops added. So I think
Right.
you definitely picked the Aisha on that
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
Aisha is an insane finisher, as well as just being I mean, it has rush, right? So.
Oh man, left side for sure there.
Yeah, great desecration.
Ooh,
Super
Burly
good.
Axe Wielder. I love this card in Take Two. It just gives you options. Mr. Full Moon also good.
The full moon there. I like
Belinus is a
Belinus
great card.
Elnus and Skull Ring. We got Caster and Bone Bug on the other side. Bone Bug not like the greatest, but not a bad option. Caster obviously good. We talked about that, but Belinus and Skull Ring both very good options.
See, both sides of this pick are actually pretty good.
Mhm.
Just because
wow.
Caster can come back.
It looked like you went with the Caster.
Again, getting stuff for free is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Explosion every time.
We've seen-
Explosion is a good option.
Yeah.
Actually, it can come in handy sometimes. Altia is a very interesting choice.
We've seen that play out very well.
Mhm.
I mean, if you can get that evolved
Its
on a
effect
big
is
board,
lasting.
it lasts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. So it's a great card.
I just think that with the prevalence of Blood and Shadow in Take Two, that often Explosion can really save you in tight spots.
Well, I mean, think about those boards, like a Grave Desecration board where your opponent's just been pumping out 2/2s turn after turn after turn. You don't really have an answer to it all. You finally can just wipe the entire board.
Ooh, the Hellbindy. I really
Actually,
like that
really
choice.
dislike Hellbindy. I
What?
really dislike her. She
What?
always hits the wrong thing every time I play her. It's always the wrong thing. I'm like, okay, here's what you need to hit so that I can win the game.
Ugh.
And then it hits like the other side of the gosh darn world, and I'm like, oh, all right, I guess I'll just retire the run.
We saw
Thanks.
Hellbindy do so much work in Take Two lately. Basically, everyone took it every chance they got, and it always did work.
I understand, like,
I think
on an
Iggy's
objective
just
level,
saying
it
doesn't
should
work
be
for
good,
him.
but every single time I play it, it's awful.
Confirmation
So-
bias. Don't listen to him. Pick your Hellbindies, okay? We know it's good.
Oh my gosh.
I ain't saying it to anybody. I'm just expressing my own personal experiences here, right?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I ain't
That's
giving
fair.
anyone.
Igny, how many alternate leaders do you have?
God.
I have all of them except for Excella.
And here he is.
I've been-
Okay, well,
Why
you
do
know,
you do this to me?
Now, I was just bringing that point up to help kind of understand Igny's situation, because he says Hellbindy doesn't work for him, but on the flip side, he opens packs like a god.
I think
Yeah.
you just did that to
Oh,
make me feel bad. You know, that's okay. It's okay.
That's okay. Get it one day. Actually, I've been hunting for Excella for ages, and I haven't gotten her yet, but I have gotten 3 Albert leaders and 2 Cerberus leaders, so that's kind of nutty.
Beautiful.
But I
Side
just wish I
games.
had just...
My petition
Hella.
right now. Where are my leaders at?
I took them
Anyway,
all. I still...
We'll see what happens with that. Igny, I'm gonna laugh at you when Hellbindy does really well this match.
Yeah.
And we'll reconnect afterwards to see how we're feeling. But I think Hellbindy's pretty good.
It's great. So what we have seen, and what he says is true. It doesn't necessarily hit what you want it to hit, but that doesn't always mean it's a bad thing. So like the last couple times we saw it played, we saw it on boards where there might be 1 follower, 2 followers. It went all face, and then the opponent couldn't deal with the Hellbindy, and then it went all face, and then a Hellbindy all of a sudden has dealt like 12 damage by herself, and you don't really have to do a whole lot outside of that.
I mean, when you think about effects like that, right, that's why I kind of said the Imperial Swordsman was so good in that situation. It lasted 2 turns, 8 damage.
Yeah,
right there.
so much.
8 damage is done, and in Take Two, that's invaluable, right?
Yeah, talk about when you're building a constructed deck, right? And like there are certain decks like Shadowcraft, right, in rotation where they don't really gain a lot of defense back. So especially in Take Two, if you can get your opponent super low with just a handful of cards, it's really easy to kind of just push that last little barrier over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. You are correct. You are correct, sir. Against Dragoncraft. And I think Dragoncraft is actually really, really strong. I think it's a benefit to ramp, but you can pick up some very good neutrals, some very good spell removal to help you in the early game. that lets you get there.
And we see a red Rage Worm in the hand of ASTALOSX right now. I wonder what that pick would have been had he chosen the other side of it, right? That's interesting to choose that card.
Red Rage Worm. I think that's a card that I think Envy was talking about it a lot, right?
Yeah, that it's unplayable. It doesn't really do anything. I don't know, though. In Take 2, randomly just spiking your opponent for 10 damage, that could be pretty good.
It's definitely a threat, right? And they have to spend to get rid of it because they don't want it to happen, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they don't have to lose anything except for damage to face. But still, that's 5 for 3 costs, which is pretty high.
Yeah. Right.
This draw looks really nice. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Probably not going to go with Grave Desecration. Oh, never mind.
Wow.
He's going to put it into play immediately. That means that might trade the board? Nope. Okay, just going all aggressive.
Well, I do think it kind of works in this fashion. It disincentivizes ASTALOS to trade back the board, right? And starts the race where Glow says, well, if you start the race now, I'm ahead.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. You're going to start giving me shadows. I'm going to start pumping out 2/2s. There's another 2-drop going to be reanimated next turn off of the Skull Ring. A lot of tempo being given here by Glow. It's nice. ASTALOS is definitely going to have to try to get back into this.
Man, there's just so many followers on board.
There's that Basilisk Rider that we were talking about.
But probably less valuable against Shadow than it is against other crafts. Because, again, Shadow is all about playing dudes that are just, you know, they believe in hard work and teamwork.
That's right. They don't need to be big and buff.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And yeah, Basilisk Rider is at its best when it's trading up, right? When it's getting into those big followers. But when it can really only trade with 1/1s and 2/2s, you don't get a ton of value out of it. And he had to use the Evolution Orb on the Basilisk Rider.
Yeah. And there still is a zombie. And because Grave Desecration happens at the end of their turn, you can just swing.
Yeah, this is great. And you put 2 threats in play. If they both get destroyed, then you still get a 2/2 again. This is what I was talking about, mainly with Grave Desecration, but a little bit with Treasure Map too, because Treasure Map can give you Grave Desecration, and it can give it to you in any class.
Oh,
ouch!
Nice. You can just swing.
Yeah, I think you take this out with the 1/1 just so you can preserve the 5 defense.
The stats.
Yeah, I think stats are super important in this format. But of course, Glow could want to deal that 1 damage face again without actually being able to restore defense to your leader. Dealing every point of damage is very good.
Yeah,
you can.
I wonder. Okay, gotta keep most of the followers on board and just try to continue the aggro plan.
That's what I like about Take 2, honestly, too, because there's not a real game plan, right? It's not like this is the best always because your deck isn't optimized. It's just, you know what? This feels good right now.
Yeah, you have to have a very good read of the situation and how it's developing, and then play off of that.
Now, see, this is kind of what I was talking about with the defense, right? Had he saved the defense on his 4/5, it might actually be able to stick around for another turn and deal even more damage than the 1-drop would sticking around for 2 turns.
Yes.
So just little tiny things to be considering.
And the Goblin Leader survives, summoning a friend, but now it's time. The hell bit me. No,
that's right.
He didn't go for it.
Oh, it's coming. I think he just wants to continue this Grave Desecration lead he's got. It's going to be really hard to take this board back. I've lost to that card many times in Take 2. It's just so hard to deal with.
Yeah, it's about to happen again. There's just so many cards with effects that you don't really want to swing into.
Yeah, just value off every card. Every single card. Plus he has the Reaper in hand, which is that great card that we were talking about in Shadowcraft. He's got the Hellbindi. There are these only 2 options left, but he's so far ahead. So far ahead.
Yeah, this feels very good for Glow. The solutions that ASTALOSX can put together, I mean, it'll probably have to be over 2 turns, if anything, right, to control the situation.
And there are cards in hand that really don't do much in this situation, like the Red Rage Worm, of course. You know, Aqua Nereid, I feel like would have been a good option earlier in the game when Skull Ring and things were kind of taking over the board, but it might be a little too late. Oh, looks like that is the option. Maybe he feels like it's the only way he can get back into this game.
May as well just start now. The first best time has already passed you. The second best time is now.
Yep. Always. This is another good option. So basically just filling up the board, trying to trade as effectively as he can. Unfortunately, this Goblin kind of left in the wind here. Can't trade with anything.
Doesn't spend an evolution orb? Oh, okay. We'll do at the end. I think it is important to do this because the game can quickly run away from you. Oh, it's back. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah, and it's so hard, right? Because evolving into the caster is what makes sense for stats, right? But that caster would make another follower as well.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what do you do?
I imagine you play the Saris this turn.
Yeah, Saris is good. Your opponent has no evolution orbs left. It takes care of that entire board, essentially.
Yeah. Nothing can swing into it
Yeah.
on the board as it stands. There's no evolution orbs on the side of Astalos anymore. So this is basically the king card in play.
Yeah, it becomes a wrecking ball. Every single turn, it can literally, if it doesn't want to go face, it can literally trade with anything in play and not take any damage back.
Oh, my God. The Bellinus happens to hit the one card that didn't want to be hit by it, but that's okay. You know what? That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think Glow really cares too much where that damage goes.
Yeah. And at this point, there's so many good effects on the side of Glow. The Saris is going to be able to really push things in his favor, and then you've got the Helmundi as well. And everything is very efficient in the sense that they have double use of being able to hit face, being able to defend itself, or being able to just ping things as you need.
And ASTALOSX, I mean, he has a lot of great cards in his hand. They all just cost too much. They cost too much. Now, this is the downside, of course, of playing Dragoncraft sometimes is you get a lot of high-cost options, and he did not open up any ramp. At least we didn't see any.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, you want to use a Scyther to remove things like the Saris, but it just can't swing in.
Yeah, Saris is quite literally immune to ASTALOSX right now.
Oh, boy.
And yeah, see, the thing is you can't even trade into the caster because then it would produce two powered followers.
Yeah.
So you just have to leave it.
Yep. Man, Glow's Shadowcraft deck is really coming into its own. That Grave Desecration, since the start of the game, has just been churning out value.
Yeah, I don't see this going in the favor of anyone but Glow right now. Considering there's only 2 people and he's one of them. But looking really good.
Man. Oh, man.
Like, he can finally play one of his high-cost followers here, but it's not going to be enough.
The Rampaging Mammoth comes down, and the hard part about this, too, is for Glow, like, he's just been healing up this whole time, too, so there isn't even a risk of him getting rushed down by some big dragon combo either.
That's right. And Glow showing off his prowess with Shadowcraft. That looked
I like it.
over from the beginning.
I like it. I like it. Well, Glow is going to move on, and that means that he will be going on to the winners' finals there to face off against BMA.
That's right.
And we'll see. We'll see who moves forward here.
And now